Hi everyone, I just finished training this morning for my Maxwell leadership, and so I'm doing my reflection now on the scriptures, and again I'm focusing that in God's kingdom we are called to live out of abundance for ourselves, for our friends, our families and our communities, and together we are stronger. So for today, I'm focusing on the gospel, where Jesus is telling us that in his name, kingdoms will flourish. And the one thing that stayed with me from my studies and in my journey up to now, from the time I started taking my courses at Regis College, is the urgency of Jesus's message. The urgency of building up God's kingdom, the urgency of living our lives to the full. And in a way, Jesus' impatience with us, with our lack of understanding, with our lack of understanding the urgency of building up his kingdom. So if we look at what Jesus did, I know that people will often say, you need to slow down, but I'm not slowing down because life is too short. I mean, if we're lucky if we get to live to 80. And with me, with the news I've had about my high blood pressure and my kidney and all of this, it's even more urgent that I do all the things that I want to do and that I get the message out and that I live my life to the full. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to say it's a slow building up of God's kingdom. That is not it for me. For me, it's urgent. For me, I see that what Jesus did in 3 years, other people take a whole lifetime to do. And so it is with my life. What I need to do, I am doing with a sense of urgency, with a sense of immediately, with a sense of there's no time to lose, that I need to do this now. And Jesus told people not to tell others about him, because he knew his destiny and he knew that what would come for him because he was going up against the system. Just like the Carmelite sisters under the terror of France, they were going up against the system. So, the republics are not Christian countries. They might give us opportunity to live, to spread our message, to help people, but it's under their rule. It's not under the rule of Christ. It's not under the rule of true Christian values. If it was, we wouldn't have articles coming out in the National Register, the Catholic Register, about how watchdogs are being shut down, about how whole populations and the United Nations has to come against Canada to stand against MAID. We wouldn't have that because it's a whole different ethos. It's a whole different set of values that you're looking at when you're building up God's kingdom. And you see this opposition to our lives, not only with me, not only with the Carmelite sisters, you see it in great artists. You saw it in Elvis Presley. I mean, today we sit and we look back and we say, what did he really do wrong? But he was coming up against a system that truly believed you have to keep the nation separate. You have to keep black and white separate because the white people are the superior race and they can think and they can lead and they have the superior brains, and everybody else, including me, is inferior. And so you have this Elvis Presley, who is mixed race, and people don't really know that because both his parents are white. And here comes this white guy, and he's taking, people from Asian backgrounds, Indian backgrounds, black backgrounds. He's taking all these people with him, and he's going on tours. He's doing things that are completely unacceptable to his society at the time. And moreover, worse still, he's claiming that his music comes from God. that his music is based on the gospel and that he has a right to do this because he doesn't feel he's doing anything wrong. And you have even the broadcasters at the time, like Ed Sullivan, saying this is an outstanding young man and we need to get him on the air. So we see how there's this conflict. There's this conflict of values, there's this contradiction, there's this two heads coming together and knocking. And eventually one of them wins, and it's not the one that the mainstream thinks needs to win. So when you read the Gospels today, it's important to remember that Jesus was telling people, don't tell anyone about me. But we, in our day and age, we do the opposite. We say, tell everybody. Spread the good news, because the kingdom has come and it's here, it's with us. And the more people know about it, the better. And we plead to God, remember us, remember the poor ones. Do not forget us, because you are the one who stands up for the orphan. You are the one who stands up for the one who is left destitute. You are the one who is with us on our journey. So that's why for me it's a sense of urgency. My YouTube views of 76,000 is not enough. I want it to be millions. My 300 people that subscribed, it's not enough. I want it to be millions. And if the church doesn't want to hire me, that's not enough. I want to be hired by a company or somewhere where I will be truly appreciated and looked after, and my leadership skills will be valued. Not everybody has to like me, even in my own relatives. Not everybody has to like me. And my mother's told me, they don't invite you because they don't like you. And I was like, what? She's like, I'm telling you for your own good, you need to go on with your life because they don't like you. I said, but I did so much for them. She's like, so stop doing so much for them. Don't do it. Don't give them gifts. Don't talk to them. Don't call them. You just live your life and you make your friends and you talk to your friends. So this is a good wake-up call. You know, for somebody like me who thinks if you give love, you get love in return. You extend invitations, you get invitations in return. But unfortunately, my life didn't work that way. So you have to listen to your mother. Your mother will tell you the truth, even if you don't like it, like Jesus' mother at the wedding of Cana. And she told him, well, they ran out of wine. And he's like, woman, what does that have to do with us? We are guests at this wedding. So you have to be open to those unwelcome messages as well. But for me, that is the sense of urgency. It's the urgency. If I don't send that message to Cyril Ramaphosa, to Wits, to people to say that, hey, there's over 800 fires burning in Ontario and we need your help, then it's on me. I could sit back and say, oh, well, you know, if I die, it's okay. I did my job. I'm sickly anyway. I have this high blood pressure now. I have to take tablets every day. I could do that, but I choose not to. And I choose that image of this young Jesus who's saying there's the sense of urgency, and in his name, this planet will be saved. Without his name, this planet will not be saved, because it doesn't matter what they do. It just keeps getting worse, isn't it? I mean, you need to just examine for yourself. Is it getting better or is it getting worse without Jesus? And if you think I'm lying about what I'm saying about Elvis Presley and all of this, you just need to Google it. All the information is available today. I'm telling you the truth. And even with my job search, if people keep saying she's the best there is, look at her scores, she did well, then why aren't you hiring me in a permanent job? They didn't give me a job in the church. So Father Larry told people she's trying to do something on her own now. And yes, I am doing it because the church should have hired me. They know my skills, they know my qualifications, they know the leadership I held at Regis College and other places, they know. But every time I apply, I don't get the job in the church. So I had to do it, because otherwise nobody would know my skills, what I can do, that I'm a speaker, what retreats I've led. Who would know? Because my face is not the face that gets broadcast when people read in the church or when there's services. I'm always behind the scenes. So I had to step forward and do it for myself, because nobody else was going to do it for me. And Father Larry tried, people at my parish tried. They all tried to get me a job in the church, and they always get pushback. So I also need to eat. I also need to pay my rent. I also have elder care, just like the priests in the church. They get provided for from my donations, from what I can give when I'm working. They use that money to take care of their families, to get support. I don't have that. I also came from a very poor family. So I'm praying for my YouTube to take off, my social media to take off, to get the subscribers, to get the support, to be able to go out to do the transformation trips with the Maxwell team. I'm praying for all those things for myself. Because if you work hard, you want to see the fruits of your work. You don't want to see your life destroyed. Do you? It's in Jesus' name that this world will be saved. Jesus means the one who saves. That's the meaning of his name. And he is the one who saves. And prayer is a big part of what happens when we get healed, when we get saved. It's a big part of it. A very big part of it. And the good doctors, maybe not the psychiatrists who think that prayer is delusional, but the good doctors, the family doctors, like my doctor, Dr. James Wood and Dr. Ing, they know it. And they say it's good. You must pray. You must go to church. That's the difference between a good doctor and a bad doctor. And Jesus was the great physician, and he remains the great physician. You cannot not be a physician and heal the way Jesus healed. It's impossible. It is impossible. If you don't like what I'm doing and what I'm saying, go follow someone else. Don't send me dirty text messages.